Hey, what's up, guys? SMBI here again today. And I'm just gonna talk about my everyday carry gun, the Glock 43X, and all of its modifications that I've done to it. So, as mentioned before, this is my everyday carry. I used to carry a shield, the Smith & Wesson M&P shield, but I pretty much traded that in when I found out about these Shield Arms 15 round magazines. Pretty much hold the same capacity as the Glock 19, and I was basically instantly hooked on that. And that's why I traded it in, and I've been happy ever since. Now, since I've only had this for about a few months or so, I pretty much had to dig real hard to find it, especially since we're in the middle of a pandemic and everything. Along with like the looting and the rioting and all the social unrest that are happening in the United States right now. It was pretty hard to find something like this. Also because Glocks are pretty popular in general, and you'd be very lucky to find a Glock, any Glock, not just the 43, the 19, the 17, or any other calibers that are not 9 millimeters. In today's world. Anyways, I'm just lucky enough to purchase this a few months ago, and I've been happy with it ever since. So let's get started. We have the holster, obviously. This is Concealment Express. Again, I'm not a big holster guy, but I did order this from Amazon for about 40 bucks, I believe. And yeah, it's been working great. I got one specifically for the, I don't know if you can see that, for the TLR-6, which I have here. Before we proceed, let me just show you that. Let's see, no magazine, and she's cleared. So let me just slide that forward again. Anyways, so holster, Concealment Express. It's worked well for me so far. Ideally, I probably would want to upgrade to something like an alien gear or maybe even a crossbreed, but for now this will do, and this is more than sufficient enough. So next, let's talk about the Glock. Let's start off with the sights. We have, I don't know if you can see that, but we have, these are the Ameriglo Hackathorn sights. I basically replaced the polymer sights that it came with almost immediately after I got the Glock, because they're trash and no one really likes the polymer sights that it comes with. But it's fine. I replaced it and I love these sights ever since. I was debating between these sights and the TrueGlow HD night sights. However, these are like half the price of the night sights, so I ultimately went for these, and I love it ever since. I like the blacked out rear. It's serrated in the back, so kind of cool. And then you have your tritium with your orange circle in the front. Love it, love it, love it. Second thing is the TLR-6. I got the flashlight and the laser combination, so I don't know if you can see that. Let me just move this out of the way. I don't know if, I think it's just showing you a light, but if you can switch modes, luckily, and this is just the laser, which showing you right here. So that's just laser only. This is light and laser, and then this is light only. And I like having that option of having a laser and light, or just one of either. And that's what ultimately made me want to get the TLR-6, just because I wanted a flashlight on my firearm, and I would feel a lot safer with that. So TLR-6, I'm pretty sure everyone in the world already knows about it now because they're so popular, but that's where I got myself one. Got it on Amazon, about 100 bucks or so, give or take. No problem at all. So next I want to talk about the Talon grips here. As you can see, it's I got the rubber ones, and they work pretty well. I mean, the difference is pretty much night and day when compared to just the standard Glock, what you call stippling or whatever, the ones that it comes with. I definitely like the Talon grips on it because I've had the Talon grips on the Shield, and that really added just that much more grip to it. So yeah, there's Talon's grips. They're about 20 bucks on Amazon. Excellent alternative if you want extra, stick or bite to your grip. Next up, let's talk about the trigger. Actually, I upgraded the trigger as well, so we're looking at this is the Overwatch Poly-DAT, I believe is what it's called. Anyways, it's a flat face trigger. I'm just gonna make sure that we're clear. Just, you can never be too safe, but it's a flat face trigger, but it has all the safety mechanism of the regular trigger. And if you pull it, super smooth. I like it a lot. It's even tactile where you can hear it. And there it is, the reset. Pull it again. And right there. So I love it. I know when I had the original stock trigger, it kind of gave me a blister every time I shot it. So I kind of find this upgraded trigger to be justified as well. It's also really polished on the inside, and yeah, there's really nothing bad to say about it. I like the trigger. If you like flat face trigger, either go with this one or the Apex. I'm sure that, or I've heard good reviews for both of them. However, I went with the Overwatch just because who knows. But I mean, I loved it ever since. I do also have the what's called the Ghost connector. So you have I wouldn't necessarily say it's 3.5 pounds. I'd say it's more like, well, it reduces your trigger pull by 2.5 pounds on average. But from what I've heard, your stock Glock 43 trigger, or the connectors, or I guess I should say the trigger pull on it stock is about like upwards of 6, maybe even 7 sometimes. So with the upgraded trigger and the connector, the Ghost connector, the Ghost Edge connector, I should say, I don't have a trigger pull gauge with me, but I could probably estimate it to be about maybe 4.5 to 5 pounds, because it is significantly lighter than the stock, just from the feel of it. And also have friends that have the stock trigger and the connector, and you instantly feel a difference in that. So I definitely like the trigger pull on this. I like everything about this so far, and there's really not much to complain. Lastly, I want to end it by just mentioning about the Shield Arms magazine, because like I said, this is the reason why I switched from the Shield to this, because of the extra capacity, and no one has ever complained about capacity that I've heard of. Or, I mean, why would you? Extra capacity is always a good thing. So there's 15 in here. Of course, we're hot, just because, like I said, this is my EDC gun, and I plan to keep it hot as long as possible. So 15 plus 1, 16. And then here I also ordered a second spear mag, Shield Arms S15 again. So if I were carrying this is just a BSG, very off-brand, or maybe it's not off-brand, but to me it seems kind of off-brand. Anyways, I found it on Amazon for pretty cheap, and I just bought it. So this is my spear mag pouch with the other S15 mag in it, for a total of 31 rounds. And I feel pretty comfortable with that many rounds. In fact, I'd feel comfortable with just 16 rounds. So like on days that I don't carry my spear mag pouch, I can, I still feel pretty comfortable too. Like if it's in the middle of the day, you're just going to the grocery store, I don't think the mag pouch is as necessary as it would be, like, say, at night or something like that. So anyways, that's just what I wanted to cover up, or to talk about in this video. Again, I've customized my Glock 43X to my liking, and man, I don't think I'm gonna trade in this gun ever. I'm just gonna, I know for sure it's gonna be in my everyday carry, at least for a while, until something innovative comes up next. You know, who knows? But everything, you know, Shield Arms S15 magazine with the combination of Glock reliability that everyone knows about, you know, that's a perfect formula for success, and that's why I went for the Glock 43X and haven't gone back ever since. I also did forget to mention that when you use the Shield Arms S15 magazines, you do have to replace the magazine release, I should say, because the stock one is polymer and it'll pretty much ruin it, or the steel magazines will pretty much ruin it. So that's why I switched it out to aluminum. As of today, they offer steel mag release now, and you can buy that, although I am fine with my aluminum just because it hasn't given me any trouble ever since. As far as the Shield Arms magazine by itself, and I know I'm switching to another topic, but I know this is the reason why a lot of people go for the Glock 43X or the 48. So the Shield Arms, I've shot maybe 250 rounds through it. This also has the +10 spring power, and I shot around 250, maybe 300 rounds through it, completely flawless, no malfunctions whatsoever, and it's great. These things definitely work. They're not like some gimmicks that other brands make just for the heck of it. And what I usually shoot is just the Winchester white box. You know, this is a new box that I bought, luckily, from my local gun store. But anyways, my next video will probably be talking about my ammo scores just throughout the month, and yeah, whatever I can think of. But thanks again for sticking throughout this whole video, and I'll catch you next time.